So yeah. So I was thinking, and see, the people have to know about you, right? People like should know what Yashwant is and who Yashwant is. So I'll just go through your achievements and what you've done for the last 3 years. All right.
Sure.
So for me, Yashwant is basically a beast. Okay, for me, I mean, he tries to act all humble, but for me, he's a beast. Like he ran about like 20 plus marathons, did ultra marathons. He's into cycling. Recently, he did a 200-mile bike ride in 13 hours. And when I say a bike, it's not a motorcycle; it's a cycle. It's a bicycle. So he also recently did um, a death march in Grand Canyon, Arizona, um, in less than 24 hours of time, which is pretty rare because only 0.1% of people do it in that short time. So for people who don't know, Yashwant and I, we graduated from the same college, although we are from different branches. We've known each other through mutual friends. Um, as long as I know, like, the Yashwant from 2013 was a foodie. He liked food. He was into, I think his favorite food was chicken biryani. I'm not sure, but I'm guessing, Yashwant.
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't know if that thing changed right now. I don't know if it still is the same, but we'll keep that for later, okay?
Yeah.
Um, so for me, when I saw Yashwant um, after his journey, like after his transformation, I was pretty surprised. Like Yashwant was the guy who used to, love food, especially like chicken biryanis and everything. And then suddenly he's into fitness, and he went completely. He shredded all the weight, and he was completely fit. It's not just about being muscular or something, but he was into cardiorespiratory fitness, right, Yashwant?
Yeah.
Right, right. So he is a long horse. Can I call it that? So he likes running 40, 50 miles. I don't know. I don't know what your highest is, but I don't know how people do it. I'm still, today's 10K was crazy for me, but
Today I will tell you the secret. You know what I learned in my past 3 years. But
right.
yeah,
So let's start with your childhood, Yashwant. So what kind of a kid were you, like growing up? Your maybe your mid school.
yeah. I think of course I grew up in Andhra, so pretty much Perigindanta. I was more a silent kid, introvert, who is reserved, but I am kind of the eldest of the like Motham family. I was the first kid,
Right.
the first boy. So, I was like తాతయ్యల దగ్గర పెరిగాను, lot of caring, and they will keep feeding you, right? And
Right.
so I was always reserved, and I used to be good at education. I won't say good means like better, more than average. I used to pass by 80%, 90%, but was never an outdoor guy. More
Right.
like a silent kid who loves sweets. You know, I grew up
Right.
like all with milk products because both my family's grandparents' backgrounds are agriculture. One
Right.
is fish farms, so a lot
Right.
of non-veg. One is agriculture, cows, all these things. My mother's side, so Pakka villages. So I grew up like that. That's how I grew up, both in Andhra East and West is where I grew up.
So you were like never into sports like cricket,
Oh, never.
casual sports, no?
Yeah, I was never like in my family, like my brother is good in sports. Like he was always fit.
Right.
He was always lean. He was quite opposite to me. He was an extrovert. He's into sports,
Right.
and but for me, yeah, I was never into sports. I like cricket. I like watching it. I
Hmm.
mean, I do go on Sundays once in a while, but like I'm that extra one guy, whom will
Right. Right.
count
Right.
No, I was just standing there, maybe stop a ball if I can, something
Right.
like that. So yeah, I won't say I was into sports at all.
What is one characteristic that you still have from your childhood? What is that one feature you still have from your childhood?
Like in the sense, I don't let other people impact me, influence me a lot.
Right.
Like because growing up, a lot of people tried to change me,
Right.
because I was always that, I wouldn't say I was heavy, but always in that comfort zone, couch potato. Still, my
Right.
parents still wonder how I'm doing all these things today because they still remind me, నీకు ఇడిచిన టవల్ ఆరేయడానికే బద్ధకం. That much I am.
Right.
Literally, I just leave stuff there. Even still, for today, I'm lazy.
Right.
Right, even it's messed up. I will tell you, like, how those are two different things.
Right.
But yeah, so but that's what, I didn't let other people influence me that kind of scale a big time, when it came to, real world.
As a kid, during your school, were you skinny, or were you like, in that medium athletic group, or
No,
were
I would
you?
say I was always not obese. So I
Right.
wouldn't say I was lean, but not too heavy also.
Right.
My, God's gift is my height.
Right.
So for my height, it gave me a big bandwidth to play with.
Right. Right.
I was 6'1", so I was never too heavy. Even on at a 6 feet height, even if you're 90 kilos, you won't look that heavy. If
Right.
you are evenly spread it out. It's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
one. So that's how
Right.
I was.
Right. So let's talk about uh, life in BTech. All right. So
Mhm.
you and I graduated from the same college, and I've seen you around the college through mutual friends. I came to your room, and you were a foodie. I would like say uh, you had a nice appetite, just like I did.
Yeah.
So were you aware of your health, or were you aware of your fitness back then during your undergrad?
No, I wouldn't say I was aware or I was really thinking about it that, I need to improve on it because I was never really bad. Nobody really made fun of me. I
Right.
was still fitting in, I think, L at the time.
So let's talk about your move to United States. So what year did you plan on moving to United
Yeah,
States?
so I came to, my master's. This was a big change actually. So I landed here. Everything was new. When in BTech, going to McDonald's itself is a thing, but here you have, burgers,
Right.
pizzas, right? So it's a new lifestyle. You get attracted to it. So did I. I had to do part times, right? And my first part time is in a restaurant. Of course, I've
Right.
done jobs, but that was significant one. And I think that played a big role of me kind of sidetracking in my health completely. So I must have been eating maybe close to, I don't know, unlimited. But
Right.
yeah, that was my master's. Of course, bad habits, name it. It's everybody is a free bird, away from the
Right.
country. You have money in your hands, dollars, nobody seeing, watching. So alcohol, I, I, I used to in India, but very rare. I don't even call it a habit,
Right.
right? But here it's more like water.
Right.
In fridge you have right there.
Plus you have a lot of friends, and then there's
Yeah,
so much of influence coming from the other side.
yeah, it's
uh,
completely influence for me. It was completely influence. My roommates, I used to stay with 7 people,
mhm.
and they're all more like a party people. To be honest, I think like not just me, most people who are usually kind of heavy, they don't get on a weight scale,
Right.
right? Actually, in fact, before coming to US, I think that's when I really understood the value of health because from my childhood, my mom is a yoga teacher. She was
Hmm.
always health conscious. She used to come after me, and I used to hate her for it. She used to say, eat in control, and eat good food, eat vegetables, and now I keep saying that to everyone, but I am the one who resisted it. I never
Right.
listened to her, but she somehow managed and convinced all of us
Hmm.
to make it a trip and took us to ashram before coming to US.
Right.
At the time I had sinusoid and other problems. Because of overweight, you kind of get a lot of phlegm inside
Right.
because a lot of sugars and things like stuff. So
Right.
I went there. There is in yoga practice they made me do. It's a 2 week program where they made me first day they made me step on a weighing scale.
Right.
That was the first time I think I saw in last 5 years in BTech. Maybe I don't really know my weight. I was above 100, I think 103 or something, and everybody just opened their mouths. Like, how
Right.
can somebody be 100 kgs? Because
Right.
usually women are 60, men who came there are 70. I think my dad is 80, right? My
And
dad,
plus, your height plays a role, right? I mean,
yeah,
see, for a 5 feet 6 inch guy,
yeah,
80K is still is okay. They say, okay, this guy is overweight. But then when a 6 feet 1 inch guy weighs
yeah,
over 100, which is probably the similar ratio,
yes.
they'll be like, oh my God, 100 plus.
But they are quick to judge you on the number, right? They don't do
Right.
all math. So it's not like they judged me, but it was the first time I realized I was over 100 kilos.
Right.
I think uh, that 2 weeks they made us to the program is I don't know the exact term, but it's part of some ancient yoga techniques where they will cleanse your body
Hmm.
from head to top. So in 2 weeks, your body is taken back to your the day you're born. So
Okay.
everything is clean. Like literally, when you drink water, water comes out of your body
Right.
from all holes. Now that's
Right.
how clean you are. So then it's a fresh start for anybody.
Right.
So then it kind of helped me. After that, to be honest, I think it's been over 6 years now. I never even had a medicine
Right.
that helped me in some way. I can't prove it, but for me that's one big change which happened.
Right.
Because for that I used to get headaches, sinus and phlegm and all these things. That kind of helped me. But after that, yeah, BTech, after masters again, I never really carried. Within days, I bounced back whatever I lost. Uh, and in masters, I kept on increasing. L became XL. I never used to wear t-shirts because your fat shows up. So I was
Right.
always shirts. I used to manage it, or sweatshirts. Masters is gone. I didn't really care much. No sports. Came to got job in Wall Street. Then even a new batch came in. Even
Right.
that it was more partying because now we have more money, right? So even after almost working an year in 2017, I think March is when everything started turning a
Right.
different direction.
So was March the first time you realized that you have to get in shape?
Yes. March is the first time I really decided. I would say, yeah, that's the first time when I felt that I need to change. Of course, a
March
lot
of
of,
2017, right?
yeah, March 2017 is first
So,
when.
I mean, was there any incident which sparked this,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
change attitude? Yeah.
Yeah, I
What
even
was
wrote
that?
in my blog. So I think I was at an Excel then and went into. I was even using double XL also some T-shirts,
Right.
right? But I was an Excel. I went to every day I get on this World Trade Center. It's a mall right there, Banana Republic. There was an offer going on in March, so I decided to go in. There's a buy one 50% off something. So I saw a shirt. I really liked it. It's an XL. I went in and the shirt didn't fit me.
Okay.
So then I just looked at the mirror and I asked myself, like, where are you going? Like, an Excel not fitting you. Like, I don't know what happened. I remember that moment kind of deciding, okay, I'm gonna come back to the same store. I think even I shared you the picture. I'm gonna get an L.
Right.
Goal was Thanksgiving. So that day I decided. After that, I think maybe within that week, I signed up in a gym. Of course, before that, I signed up multiple times, like most people do.
Right.
Maybe I never went even 10 days if you combine
Right.
all. But
Right.
yeah, March is when I signed up for $10,
Right.
Planet Fitness.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I've seen your social media posts. Were you like, into running, or were you into some other activity?
no, like
How was your fitness plan?
yeah, at that time only my why was clear. I don't know how I'm gonna reduce. I didn't have great examples around me. But one good thing is one of my colleague, of course, he's in his mid 30s, right? But he's a
Right.
cricketer. He's a
Right.
fast bowler. He still plays cricket. I used to go watch his matches.
Mm-hmm.
He's like a brother. He used to guide me. He used to say, he used to encourage me. He's married by then. So that is also not something you look in today's. Everybody, once you get married, they tend to give up their old habits. They become, the typical uncle where you kind of drift, right? But he's somebody who he used to go to gym, and he's the one who said, hey, why don't you join us? When I said, this is my goal, I had no clue.
Right.
So yeah, they used to go every day, so I joined them. uh, no plan. What I did was I used to hang around with them. What they do, I used to do. But what I continue to do is, even though they don't show up, I showed up.
Right.
Maybe for an year, in 365 days, I must have missed maybe 8 or 9 days showing up at gym.
Right. So it was all gym before you got into running, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. For
Right.
I never. I still remember they used to run because they're cricketers. They're in good shape. They're also very tall, above 6 feet, maybe taller than me.
Right.
They're like they're not slim, but they're in at least still fit. So they used to
Right.
run. I used to go crazy within 3 minutes,
Right.
right? And they used to encourage me. It's okay. For me, the elliptical, man, that's one thing which can save your life, because I was very clear I need to burn calories. Running, I was not able to do. I couldn't run for 3 minutes because I was like pounding,
Right.
uh, going crazy. So then elliptical, I did the math. It's the same calorie here. I have to just,
Right.
stand and row. So I used to keep 1 hour for my endure, like kind of, I would say cardio. So how it began is 3 minutes, 57 minutes
Right.
in March. By November, it became, all running. So I was
Right.
gradually. My goal is, can I make it 4 minutes? Can I make it 5 minutes? Can I survive 6 minutes on
Right.
a treadmill? So yeah, that was the beginning. Of course, I used to do weight training as well. So 2 hours every day, maybe less, on and off. But there was one guy. He was a trainer.
Mm-hmm.
It was not a paid trainer, but Planet Fitness has this free trainer where you
Right.
can go
Right.
get guidance. So I went there. I said I want to lose weight. So he kind of guided me, gave some routine. I just stick with it. I improved on it. I tracked it. But yeah, I was into gym for the initial year.
Right. So when you started out, did you like want a ripped body like like many young people do? They want to like build muscle. They want to look all um,
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
muscular.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's that era. That time is the Bahubali time, right?
Right.
So yeah, who doesn't want a six pack? So
Right.
so
So
it
when
was.
you
Mhm.
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, it was definitely in my mind. That's part of my plan. but one big thing is fitting in that L.
Right.
So what I did was, so I kept this personal goal, but somehow I started doing this. I started avoiding the world.
Right.
Nobody know that I'm going through this journey except my people around me, like my colleagues and all, my dad and mom. For I think 6 7 months, I never did a FaceTime. I think
Right.
initial months I did because you don't see a big difference,
Right.
right? Once I started seeing the difference, maybe I did at night time, or maybe I did with some mask, in the winter. Even there are photos still before revealing. So that was driving me. That was my driving factor to do more than the six pack or anything. Is kind of that look in my mom's face
Right.
when see my picture or myself. The happiness is what drove me.
Right. So after your transformation, when you showed your face to your mom for the first time, or your dad, to your family, what was their reaction? Were they like, "Oh my God, what happened to you?" Or
Oh
was it
yeah,
like,
yeah, they're very happy, I would say, because that's the only thing they ever asked me.
right,
Never really cared about my grades. They never really cared about the money I make. They won't even ask me. One thing my mom always asked me is, the most important thing you have is your health. If
right,
you take care of it, you have a good life. So
right,
for her, she's very happy. Of course, my dad is
right,
also
right?
very happy.
Ante, like, in India, usually in Telugu families, they say, "Ayo ala chikkipoyava enti?" Did you get that kind of reaction?
And not really. Of course, a lot of, I would say from people, yeah, they said నీ face పాడైపోయింది, and things like that. But most people are happy. Some of my family even thought I morphed. It's a photo
Oh,
shoot. They
is
didn't
it?
even believe that it is true.
Right.
A lot of people didn't recognize me right away. When I suddenly went, I think by then I lost close to 70 pounds, and
Right.
I
And
actually
this
was in,
was a 9 month journey, right? Was
yes,
it?
March to November, yes.
Right.
So it's close to 8 to 9 months is where, yes, and I was doing M then. I was in an M. Yeah, I was pretty good BMI, pretty good shape.
Right.
Yeah.
So initially, like, did you struggle with your diet? I mean, so when you're just starting out, um, people tend to go to the gym, but um, they don't take care of their diet much. So were you struggling with that part initially?
Yeah, it was always anything we start, it is two-step forward, three-step backward,
Right.
right? So in the initial days, you won't see any change. I can tell you the big thing. For the first 4 months, you won't see anything. You'll see an
Right.
inch drop, but you have to realize by now, most people know it's water weight. If you don't
Right.
know, realize it's the weight which you gain, which you can lose in matter of a day or.
Right.
So starting anta I was, yeah, it is ఏమయ్యేదంటే I joined the gym, right? So one good thing you guys can do is tag it with existing habits. That's one
Right.
tip I can. So what I did, I used to travel every day to New York City. I was living a bachelor, I was single, no other things happening in life.
Right.
So 9 o'clock office కెళ్ళాలి. So what I did, I used to go gym before my office, and I tagged with it. So the simple
Right.
principle is, if I go work for that day, I'm going to go for a workout.
Right. Right.
So I did that and it worked out. So Monday to Friday, I was very, and also I started tagging healthy habits with my food also.
Right.
So avoiding rice, I used to eat outside every day.
Right.
But I started eating healthy foods like salads. I don't like salads a lot, but we know this brand like green salad. So somehow they used to make it tasty, with the sauces and all. So I
Right.
think I eat a lot of that for a couple of months. Then I used to eat these Chinese food, sushis, Japanese. I used to eat Japanese food, Chinese. So the benefit of this is low carbs, no oil. They
Right.
fill. So
Right.
that's my routine. But the downside is Monday to Friday chasing that. Friday evening, I used to get on a train, go to my friend's place,
Right.
uh, my consultancy, and I think I gained another 10 to 20, maybe
Right.
500 pounds, 500 grams by the time I come back.
Right.
A lot of people do this. They start with good habits, but they don't stop their bad habits. It
Right.
took me almost 4 months to realize it. I think maybe first initial 4 months, but of course I built the habits.
Right.
Once I realized that, once I stop my bad habits, then results started showing up much quicker.
Right. When did you plan on changing your workout, which included strength training, to only running, to only like cardiovascular
Uh,
exercises?
I wouldn't say it's a particular. Uh, yeah. So I was continuing this fitness journey into core strength fitness. Uh, yeah, I became shredded. I got the six pack. In shape. Once you hit that, right? Yeah, you can go a little bit further. Maybe get ripped.
Right.
Maybe get a little more defined muscles. But
Right.
it was never really my thing. Uh, you
Right.
know. So I was started drifting because see my initial goal was to get into an L size, which I made it. So it's
Right.
done. I am very happy. Then the next goal is to get to six pack, get in shape. So I did it in next couple of months. I think by March 2018, like Jan 2018, I'm in very good shape. Now
Right.
I have nothing driving me. Like I don't have a purpose going like yeah to maintain. Now weight is not a problem, so you're
Right.
not worried about your weight. You have a good body, so what's motivating you? So I was kind of in this place. That's when one of my colleague, friend, good friend Savas, he's originally from Greek.
Right.
He's the anti-gym guy.
Right.
When you see him, he's like ripped up. Like you can see his nerves, very well built. But
Right.
he never stepped into a gym in his life.
Right.
And he told me he don't remember 5 days in his life where he was doing some activity. So he's a sailor, he's a professional sailor. He runs, he mountain bikes, he's like kind of that, it's part of their lifestyle.
Right.
So he said, what are you doing in gym? Like, what are you actually doing? Like in a four wall? Have you ever ran out?
Right.
Like he just kind of put that seed and he said, I'm doing this 10K run
Right.
in May. Why don't you join me? You can already run a 10K in a treadmill, but see how it feels running on a mountain. I was like, why
Right.
not? Let me sign up. So I signed up for that North Face Endurance in May of 2017,
Right.
2018. I signed up and I started running outside for it.
Right.
So that
So
was my, yeah.
how did that feel like the first 10K run which you ran?
Oh,
How did that feel initially, like running outdoors? So that might be your first, like, kind of competitive outdoor run, right?
yes. So my I think I had 2 months of time for my first 10K.
Right.
So I started running outdoors. I still have like that's when I created my Strava account.
Right.
Somehow every run of mine got recorded in it. So I was doing good. I was able to run, in an hour 6 miles, 10K.
Right.
Because because most people think, hey, your first run you are doing in 1 hour. No, for the previous 1 year, I have been building it up on a treadmill.
Right.
So
Right.
never compare yourself with somebody else's today's. You don't
Right.
know their past.
Right.
But in my 17th day, I think I did my half marathon.
Right.
Uh, and I think close to 40th or 50th day, I ran a marathon.
Right.
So that kind of opened up. The experience was different. I started loving running, And once I get into the first 10K, I think I came fourth or fifth in my age group in that
Right.
North endurance.
Right.
But that's the smallest race in that whole day event. It's a 2 day
Yeah.
event. 10K is the beginning. That's the smallest.
Right.
Actually, I run 50 miles in that.
Right.
So I was very happy with my performance because mountain running is completely different. It's maybe twice or thrice tougher than road running.
Right.
But yeah, that was my experience. I was super pumped up. Got a medal,
Right.
and Tawas was running with me, right?
Right.
So we both ran. I think I ran 1 minute after him.
So how does a proper marathon work? Do people run A to B, starting to the finishing line continuously, or do they like take breaks and then probably walk it off a little bit and then restart again?
Yeah. So one thing I don't know if people who are watching, I want to like marathon is a word. It's a constant which is 26.2 kilometers. And first thing you have to 26.2 miles, 42 kilometers. A lot of people say, even I did a marathon. No, you just did a run. Marathon means it's a fixed distance.
Right.
So marathon is a different ball game. A half marathon, from my experience, from what I see, because I help a lot of people train, half marathon anybody can do, no matter
Right.
your fitness level. Anybody can do, but marathon it's a different ball game because it goes beyond your physical capacity, it's mental capacity. The
Right.
first marathon, for sure, I can write it on a paper, it will be your worst day of your life. You will never
Right.
forget.
Right.
um, yes, people walk, even I walked, but do everybody does? No. Now I can run a marathon without food and water, without stopping even for a second.
Right.
So, but is that how I did my first marathon? No.
Right.
So you should never worry about the idea of marathon is everybody gets a medal. That what does it
Right.
mean? In a cricket, only the winner gets a medal. But marathon, everybody gets a medal because it's not about how fast you did. Did you reach the end line or not?
Right.
Your only challenge is getting to finishing it what you started.
What is that one suggestion you would give to a starter, a beginner who is enjoying running every day?
So first thing, keep doing. First of all, running. If you can run 6 miles, I know which is 10 kilometers. I think you are good. There
Right.
is no need to run a half marathon or a marathon. It's not helping you anyway physically. What you're gaining is the mental capacity.
Right.
So if you are a runner, if you're enjoying what you're doing, but you're interested in something else, maybe cricket, maybe, I don't know, swimming, maybe whatever you pick, you try to excel in that. Just because somebody is running a marathon, you need not. But
Right.
I can tell you the benefits of, running a marathon or anything
Right.
beyond,
Right.
right? So first is to pick an area or a goal and make it very clear and have a game plan how to get there. If you're
Right.
just doing that every day, running every day 6K, how long will you do if you don't see a purpose why you are doing? We are
Right.
going to offices because we are very clear on a month and we get the paycheck. If you don't know why you are doing every day, suddenly it loses. So if your goal is to maintain weight, even that's good. But if you're, let's say, your goal is to run a marathon or a half marathon, don't go for like, you can, if you can, I push it, yeah. I myself make people push, but is it the right way? No. I would say take at least a 5 weeks training to, if you can run 6 miles in next 5 weeks, you can run a half. If you want to run a marathon, maybe next 6 months, you can run a marathon.
Right.
So that is what I want to kind of, and pick a date and pay the money
Right.
at, and start being spoken, like post it in your Instagram saying that I signed up for this, So now
Right.
I think no way to go back.
Right.
it's,
Right.
it's like that I used to do crazy things.
I've heard a lot about runner's high. Is it true? Like, is it true that, when I mean, I do feel good when I do these short runs, but like, is it true that you get into that zone when you are able to run at a stretch?
Yes, yeah. So the benefits of running, right? Why do I run? I think every human being needs this alone time, and for me, nothing can give better than running.
Right.
Because in gym you have these closed walls, lot of disturbances around you.
Right.
But while you're running, most of the time nobody runs with you, at the same pace.
Right.
No two people have the exact same pace. Somebody
Right.
has to use for sure. So
Right.
I love that me time, right? And it's a high calorie burner.
Right.
So that's one of the best ways to kind of start your day with negative calories.
Right.
Third thing, you don't have any excuse to avoid it. To
Right.
a gym, you can say, how to travel, how to carry equipment. Maybe the weather is not good. Maybe I'm in a different place. Maybe I was traveling. But for running, all I have to do is wake up and start running.
Right.
After that, when will you start actually enjoying runs is once you go beyond 6 miles,
Right.
5 miles. Because trust me, the first mile is same for everybody. Everybody's
Right.
body is, but once you go into a rhythm, everybody has a different point. For me, it comes around fifth mile. My brother, he gets around third mile. But as it keeps changing, everybody
Right.
has their own spot where your body goes into a rhythm. They call it the second wind. It's a
Right.
term, runner's high or second wind. So
Right.
like body entity, it goes into an automatic mode. It's like it's in a flow.
Right.
You keep going, and usually you will hit again. You'll hit a downfall like a low. Usually for me, it's around 20th mile. So
Right. So is this like a mental thing? Is it, or is it scientific? Is something happening inside your body that is
I
causing
think
this
for
runner?
sure it's scientific as well. It into a lot of research, and for sure a mental thing also. Your body starts feeling good, goes
Right.
into rhythm. సో బేసికల్గా ఎలాగంటే లైక్ ఫిఫ్త్ గేర్లోకి వెళ్ళినట్టు కార్ వన్స్ యూ
Right.
గెట్ ద హైవే నీకు హైదరాబాద్ నుంచి బయటకు వచ్చి యువర్ లైక్ ఫస్ట్ సెకండ్
Right.
మారుస్తున్నాం బట్ వన్స్ యూ గెట్ ఇన్ టు ద హైవే యూ విల్ గో స్మూత్లీ అంటిల్ వెన్ యూ విల్ స్టాప్ వెన్ యువర్ ఫ్యూయల్ గోస్ డౌన్ సో
Right.
most people do the mistake, they don't keep refueling,
Right.
right?
Right.
And the flow you go, but suddenly fuel అయిన వెంటనే it's like they call it the wall. ఇది కూడా వినే
Right.
ఉంటాం, right?
Right. Right.
Lot of people hit that wall where ఎంత runners high ఉంటుందో when you hit the wall, every step will be a hell.
Right.
So yeah,
So
but
how
yeah,
was your day after that first 10K run which you had? How was your day that evening and the next day? Like, did your legs feel sore? Because that was your first time, right? Running that to a mountain 10K. So
no, I was pretty excited. Usually, your first runs, you will get that runner's high, as you said, an adrenaline rush. So, a lot of pain goes away. Usually, you'll somehow make it, whatever you sign up for.
right.
Second time is where you'll usually hit your nightmares. But for me, I was beyond more than prepared for my 10K. So it went well. I think my bad experience was my first half marathon. That's when I really messed up.
Right.
My first marathon, yeah, both of them, I couldn't walk. Like when you see stairs, literally, like water is away from you, like, inches away from your eyes.
Right.
So, yeah.
Nice. So did running ever affect your legs in any way? Like they say, right, when you run a lot, there's a lot of weight going through your legs and your knees. even your shins. So did that affect you in any way? And what is your opinion on long running?
Yeah, so for sure, running plays a role in your feet. That's one of the like a sensitive topic because because we are in a world where there are hundreds of opinions, right? One
Right,
guy tells you to run like this, one guy tells you to run like this.
right,
So first most important thing is don't look at your time and distance. Even I did the mistake.
right,
I and beginning, I have to run this in within 1 hour. I have to have this pace.
right,
So after this much of running, this much of experience, that's a wrong attitude. First, you
right,
shouldn't do it. That will help you avoid injuries. Second thing, as I said, pretty much knee pace lo no పరిగెట్టాలి.
right,
Whatever it is, never. First, remember that you are able to run. 99% out there don't even do that.
right,
So yeah, and shoes matter. Having the right shoes and hard surfaces. The best place to run is on ground.
right,
సో బేసికల్గా నీకు ఈ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఎందుకు వస్తాయంటే మన let's say you're running on a concrete, as you said, you are repeatedly running. Good thing and bad thing, you do anything repeatedly thousands of times. For example, you just did your first 10k, congratulations on it, but you just stepped or carried your weight for 10,000 times. Usually 10k is around 10,000 steps.
right,
So let's say you're doing a 1 degree angle wrong.
right,
Your form is tappu,
right,
right? That means angle lo a muscle meda you're keeping a pressure for 10,000 times.
right,
So you have to keep on educating on these things. Guddiga cheyakoddu, right? For na benefit ఏంటంటే even though I don't have a personal coach, I was so much into the why or understanding the science behind it. So I spend a lot of time reading books, or learning from people, and keeping the data, and also looking at myself, how I'm doing, what is working, what's not working. So yeah, you need to be very careful. Uh, Even I got injured
right,
sometimes, but overall, I would say it never really affected. It really helped me become stronger, I would say.
right. And also the most important question which I want to ask is, like, you just told me that you run for about 60 miles a week. That's a lot. Chala ఎక్కువ, right? So అంత run చేస్తూ how you're almost like, I mean, no matter how much you eat, it looks like you're always in a deficit. Is it true, or how much do you eat to keep everything going?
Yeah, so for sure, ante this is also, it changes by time, right? So first you need to understand, like, let's say for you, while you are running 10k, you burn, let's say, 800 calories.
Right,
For me, maybe I will burn only like 600 or 500.
right,
The reason being, one, of course, the weight matters. The second
right,
is your body got used to it. It became fuel efficient,
right.
right? Mileage
Yeah,
peru, per calorie you can burn more. So that's one thing. So, but if I run, let's say, half marathon, usually 60 miles kada. That means in a week I run a half and a full. Every week
right,
I run one full marathon, one half marathon, couple of 10Ks.
right,
So I'm starting with 2000 calorie deficit. So the way I fill it up with heavy breakfast, heavy lunches. So being a foodie, running, that's one of the biggest advantage. You can eat as much as you want.
right,
Uh, so for sure, now my everyday goal is to maintain my weight at some times.
right.
So
So if you have like one suggestion you can give to a normal person, an average person, um, regarding running, if that would bring some change into his health, what would that be? Like, how much amount should he run, and how should he start?
yeah, let's say first of all, understand why you want to run.
Right.
Not saying you should start running, right?
Right.
You should, and also don't judge running too soon.
Right.
Everybody will hate running in the beginning,
Right.
uh, because of the initial, growing pains, right? ఏ కాలు నొప్పి వస్తుందో లేకపోతే సంథింగ్ ఏదో ఒకటి అవుతుంది. But once you start enjoying or getting into that runner's high or second rhythm, you'll start. So first one thing, start, give it some time for running. Second thing is nutrition. Nutrition also, like hydrating. When I say hydrating, not just with water, you have to use
Right.
electrolytes, and uh, things like that. Uh, and the third thing is having a plan. Like varanki enta పరిగెట్టాలి, like we have a board in our home where Priya has a different plan, I have a different plan.
Right.
We don't try to compare each other's, but we keep 2 days together where it's my easy day and it's her long day.
Right.
So
Right.
plan undali. And most important thing is, I already wrote a blog on it. It's something called as MAF, maximum
Okay.
aerobic training, MAT. So that meaning ఏంటంటే everybody has a zone, like 10 beats zone, where when you train at it, you're not stretching your body, at the same time you're not doing too less.
Right.
Like I'm walking, I'm not really gaining anything.
Right.
Yeah, let's say I'm running too fast, I'm overburning. So for me, so usually simply చెప్పాలంటే 180 minus your age is the higher limit. Let's say
Right.
usually మన age కి
Usually they say that it's like 220 minus your age, right? Is it not?
no, 220 minus your age is the your maximum heart rate.
Right. Right.
So that's how much your heart can beat.
Right.
But can only go, even the pros, like in the fittest people cannot go beyond 20 minutes at that zone.
Right.
It's
Right.
called zone 5, right? So your goal is to get, again, this is some running terminology, but there are zones in your heart. How
Right.
fast your heart beats while you're running. That tells the efficiency of your run. Simply, for example, Priyank పరిగెడుతున్నాం. Let's say we are both at the same pace, at the same place, at the same time, but my heart beats at 112, her heart beats at 160s and 170s.
Right.
This outside people తెలియదు, even
Right.
నీకే తెలియదు,
Right.
right? Most people's mistake is that they don't know what's happening inside their body,
Right.
right? ముక్కు మూసుకుని, that's a sprinter's mindset. Let's say you're hitting 100 meters, 500 meters, that's the mindset you have to go all in. Your heart
Right.
will be pounding. But if you are trying to run 10Ks, half marathons and marathons, that you're hurting your body. బేసికల్గా నాది వచ్చేసి 143 to 153. ఫర్
Right.
మోస్ట్ పీపుల్ అలాగే ఉంటుంది, 2 beats అటు ఇటుగా.
Right.
Even if I stretch my run by 3 beats, let's say I'm running at 156 instead of 153, I am no longer burning fat, I am burning carbs and sugars.
Right.
So what does it mean? My fuel మారిపోయింది, because my body is working so fast that it needs fuel instantly. The
Right.
instant fuel comes from carbs and sugars. So
Right.
okay, that's where most people, okay, the science of running, I think you even asked in one question, how does fuel work for a longer runs? Okay, this
Right.
is great how people run. Let's say you are burning carbs and fats. నువ్వు మ్యాక్సిమం ఎంత తిన్నా నీ బాడీ కెన్ రిజర్వ్, it's the day's average, right? They say eat 2400 calories. That's what body can reserve. Let's say you overload, నువ్వు ఎంత తిన్నా అంతే ఉంచగలదు. So 2400 calories in carbs and sugars is what body has. And let's say you're burning them while you're running, 18 miles you're out of fuel.
Right.
That's where people hit wall. Like they literally shut down, the body shuts down because it has no fuel. And ఆ టైంకి నువ్వు ఎంత తిన్నా సరే you don't get that again.
Right.
But let's say I'm running at 153, 148, Here my body is so relaxed, it burns fat.
Right.
Fat, everybody have unlimited resources. When I say unlimited, you're good for next 1,000 miles.
Right.
Today, Navneet can step out. If he can teach his body to burn fat, we all have enough fat. No matter how lean you are, you think
Right.
you can run for next 300-400 miles by burning fat. That's the secret. That's how people run hundreds of miles.
Right.
Because
Just
so
running in that zone. Right.
yes, running in that hard zone. Like for example, Naku, let's say for me 8 minutes is where I am in that zone. 8 minutes per mile.
Right.
If I try to go to 7:30, like just increasing 20 seconds of my speed, I will hit wall. In the next
Right.
5 minutes, I'm dead. I can't run
Right.
anymore. Are they like Elliot Kipchoge, people who run at 4 minute mile? For them, 4 minute mile is in that zone. No
Right.
matter which runner, everybody's fitness. When you say my fitness is increasing, for me the scale is being in that zone, but still growing.
Right.
It's not running faster. So that's the big secret, or that's the main thing I learned by failing, by reading, by meeting people.
Right. Right. So since we're talking about food, nutrition, and everything about fuel, let's talk about you know s- something related to food itself. So, do you do you like still continue to munch on your favorite chicken biryani still?
So yeah, food is something, that's one of the big thing actually. More than
Right.
your training, I would say food plays a big role in everybody's fitness.
Right.
So yes, I still do eat biryanis, but chicken is something, non-vegetarian is something which I am consciously trying to avoid. The reason being not because it's bad. I don't like being having labels. I'm not a vegan, I'm not a vegetarian, or but I make healthy choices.
Right.
After reading couple of books and understanding the science, I didn't see a reason to eat chicken.
Right.
uh, yeah, I still eat biryani, but veg biryani.
Right. So, did you like completely throw out non-vegetarian food out of your appetite, or like do you still like eat it every now and then?
No, still, as I said, like I'm not that guy, or I recommend people not to be that guy who goes with their friends. Let's say I went to meet Navneet, and like I don't want to be there and go order a salad.
Right. Right. Right.
I just go, I eat whatever Navneet eats. Like let
Right.
it eat. It's chicken. I don't really put that restriction
Right.
because
So,
it's not a religious thing. Why I stopped chicken? So
right, right, right. Talking about that, talking about going out to friends' places or going out with friends and like eating, and then they have different choices of food. They eat something else, probably a little different than what you do. And like from my experience, a lot of people tend to tend to be harsh on you, saying that why aren't you not eating what we are eating or stuff like that. Did you ever come across that, or were your friends like understanding enough to let you have your own choice of food?
yeah, that is for sure. I think నాకెప్పుడు I didn't face that problem because నేనెప్పుడు I was never restrictive like that.
Right.
For me, I like even Priya has some favorites, but for me, I eat anything, any cuisine, literally anything. Right
Right.
now, I was not like this, when I was in BTech. So I never had that problem, but 80-20 rule.
Right.
So still I follow that, like weekdays.
Right.
Usually weekdays you're not meeting a lot of people. You have a routine, like
Right.
some work. So those 5 days, I'm at my best food.
Right.
The best nutritious food I can have. Weekends sometimes when I go out, I do have, I just go with their flow.
Right.
And yeah, nobody really said anything because I never gave them that chance. But let's say you have that, I think you should just see how you can make them comfortable. Uh, that's my recommendation. That's it.
Right. Do you still like get cravings or something, or else are you like completely accustomed to the food you eat right now? Are you completely happy and then you're out of that zone of cravings?
Yeah, for me, like one of my one specialty is I don't get bored easily. So if
Right.
you even give me like eggs for next 1 year, I'll eat the same eggs or
Okay.
same. Because I
Right.
used to eat that grilled chicken, what you get from one the full chicken. It
Right.
was one of the most boring thing you can eat, but but I used to eat that, because it has
Right.
low calories, good protein source. That's how I initial days.
Right.
But cravings wise, yes, no more than me. Priya gets cravings.
Right.
She loves food. Even today we had pani puri, chaat,
Right.
right? We had ice cream. So we never really let food control us, because let's
Right.
say if I'm trying to stop eating something, that I keep reminding that. Let's say if I
Right.
ate, at least from tomorrow I can go back to my routine.
Right.
So I know some people try to quit non-veg. For example, I heard Virat Kohli quit butter chicken. Like
Right.
I'm telling you examples. Yes, you can, but I don't really believe in it that it's required. But it's your choice. Eating it or not is what gives you the power, rather than the
Right.
food controlling you. It's like
Right.
if you eat it as if you lost everything. So,
Right. So I have one like fun question for you. So are you a sweet person or a hot person? Like, do you like sweet foods or hot
oh,
foods?
sweet. Yeah, even
Sweets?
today, I think most people will struggle to compete with me. Like when it comes to food, sweets, yeah, all day.
Nice. Yeah, I'm a sweet person too. That's one of my weaknesses. When I was probably a little younger, until like BTech Kuda, like me and my brother, we used to sit down and we used to, uh, not every now and then, but once in a month at least, we used to get a half kg sweet box, and then we used to sit, we used to watch a movie and eat it all together, just we two, continuously at a stretch. Um, but that's one area
So
which
my
is
tip for you that is change the environment.
right,
Right.
right,
What do I mean by that? Let's say you are in right now. One advantage, we are independent and we can control our environment.
right,
Sometimes when you're young, you cannot. But even for me and Priya, we are like junkies.
right,
Anything in front of my eyes, I can't stop eating.
right,
Anything.
right,
Let it be.
right,
Usually, most times it's bad food, which is in a small shape. Even if you, let's
right.
say, keep a 2 kg sweet box,
It'll
you
be
know,
done pretty
it will
soon.
be done. Right? That's why when if food comes from India from our parents, that's the only agenda in the home. Come.
You know what? My mom is like, trying to send a lot of sweets from India right now, and I'm asking her not to. I've been, she's been asking me this for a long time right now. And she's trying to like, convince me Arisalu and all that, కాజాలు అవన్నీ పంపిస్తాను నేను ఇక్కడ మంచి షాప్ ఉంది వాళ్ళు ప్యాకింగ్ చేస్తారు వాళ్ళే పంపిస్తారంట and all that. But the only reason why I'm asking her not to send is because right now I'm completely, not completely, I eat it every now and then, Kani. I'm trying not to eat all that. And it's pretty difficult though.
Yeah, so for me, it's my magic formula is running, right? So 2000, 10,000 calories don't really bother me. It's like, okay, have a mile. For me, everything converts into miles. Okay, 50-mile run, okay, done. Okay, everything goes away. So let me sit and eat. So we never really buy uh, out, go out to a sweet shop and buy. So that's how we control, like
Right,
trying to avoid to come before me because I know that's my weakness. So,
right, right.
so yeah, your power increases when you can see the stop eating, but I don't
Yeah,
want.
I know, right? I see that is one thing which I should work on too. Like if there is, see, if there is nothing in my home, if there are no sweets in my home, I can, completely stay without sweets. But if there is something in my home, it needs to be finished in the next 1 or 2 days.
Yeah, even I'm like that, so I have no answer for it.
Are you like, giving out your knowledge to other people right now? Are you like, spreading it, bringing more awareness to people? Um, or, or how do you plan on if you're not doing so right now?
No, absolutely. No, I have started this, like, something like this, I started my journey, I started sharing things, then slowly people started approaching me, asking me, నేను run చేద్దాం అనుకున్నాను. It all started like one, two people,
Hmm.
people whom I know closely. I started guiding them. They started seeing results. But again,
Hmm.
everybody has their own kind of life going in, with everything. So I didn't have the time to sit one on one with everyone. So that's
Right.
when me and Priya we came up with this idea of creating a group where
Right.
because it's just not me, but sometimes my perspective may not be relatable to you because we are at a different places.
Right.
You can more relate to Priya because it's the same journey.
Right.
So we created this one energy together. It's like an initiative or more like our vision. Of course, our goal is to come out of this 9 to 5 rat race and eventually work in health and fitness areas.
Right. Right.
But it's a long journey. But we started this group where we have a WhatsApp, we have a Facebook, and of course we have an Instagram profile where the idea is, the criteria is everybody should be by choice. I don't ask them to join the group. They should come and say, I have this goal, I'm looking to kind of change and all. Then I will do a one-on-one, kind of guide them with food. Priya is good with food. I kind of give some whatever I talk more related or specific to their area,
Right.
uh, guide them. And we join this group. uh, why accountability group? The idea of having an accountability group is, it helps you, even if not for you, you'll do it for others.
Right.
So usually when do some runs, let's say we do some big event, one member of our group, he constantly keeps, I reduce 5 pounds, I reduce, or I did my first 10K, let's say. What you did today, when you keep in that group, for other people it inspires or motivates them. Of
Right.
course, the small group, we have 15 to 20 people now. Our goal is, of course, to grow it to hundreds and thousands. But yeah, that's the initiative we took. Because outside that, I am also coordinating a virtual charity event, kind of bringing awareness about autism in North America. So of course, it's a bigger charity event. They're raising close to 2 million.
Right.
So the idea is, we partnered up with some big corporations, and here we are logging. We have a Strava board, so everybody logs in. Yeah, you can contribute, financially. You can donate as much as you want, but we felt donating through a lifestyle change. The
Yeah.
miles you run, the miles you bike, any sport is your choice. But
Right.
that we are integrating it with companies where they pay in terms the mile conversions.
Right.
So now you have, it's like kind of giving a purpose, because this year there are no races.
Right.
Sometimes that kinds of drives you, like, no matter what, everybody should look for a why. So that's what we are looking in our group. Of course, we have running, we have somebody good at food. I have a
Right.
close friend who is a power lifter. I
Right.
have somebody who is a trained, yoga. Like, I'm not saying everybody should run. This
Right.
group is not just for running; it's for a healthy lifestyle.
Right. So I have one last question, and it's regarding social media. So with the taste of success, there's always negativity also coming from the other end. So did you face any negativity coming from other people you know or people you don't know on social media or anywhere, like even on um,
Yes, for sure. That is part and parcel of any change. A lot of people laughed at me when I was telling my goals in the initial days. I
right,
was telling that I'm gonna lose this, 50 pounds and get an L. I used to speak
right,
up, and they don't laugh at you directly, but their face tells you,
right,
what they're thinking. I went through that, and we, even from family, now, like the misconception that when you run longer or more, your legs, as if something happens to your legs,
right,
right? A lot of people, my grandparents and all, they think I am kind of abusing my body,
right,
uh, and of course social, because once you have this kind of a routine, you will be socially less available for
right,
parties and all. So yeah, people did judge me, but I'm very clear why I'm doing this. I know my purpose. So, and now, as once you start showing results, they will start respecting things.
right,
So I would encourage anybody to always focus on your destination. Don't get distracted by, because you didn't start this for them, so
right,
you should stop it for them.
right,
Say your purpose is for that particular individual, and that itself is kind of opposing, then I understand you taking a pause.
right,
But if it's not, then I would say continue to focus on your goal.
right. All right. I think that is a lot of talk we had today. And one
Yeah.
more thing which I wanted to say to conclude this talk is, um, do you remember 2018? When you started out running initially, I reached out to you, and
Yes.
I reached out to you. I was asking about your routine. I was asking about how you're doing it, how you're running those crazy miles, which you do. So, so Yeshwant, he's a very humble guy. He always responded really well, and he told me whatever I asked. And is one of the reasons why I run. Uh, so I mean, I'm still in the very initial stages, but I'm exploring that area too. And yeah, he's like an inspiration, and I respect him for that. And I think secretly many people got inspired, Yashwant, from you, even though they don't reach out to you like I do. But secretly many people actually started running, looking at your thing. So that's a good thing, that you inspire. But it's also very good not to compare, um, with other people,
Yeah.
right? It becomes so easy, especially like I see a lot of friends, they compare each other, and no matter what, like whatever topic that is, they compare each other, they try to outdo each other. But I think that is the most difficult part. And I'm still learning that. I compete still, like I try to outdo people, but I think it takes practice to get to that level where you don't care about others and you're stuck onto your own goal. And thanks, Yashwant, for inspiring me, for inspiring many others. I wanted to talk to you about all this because I was really inspired by your story. um, and initially, like when I saw your pictures, I felt like, man, this guy, um, I don't know how he did it, but he's a freak, he's crazy. uh, I don't know how he did it. I never expected this transformation, that too from Yashwant. That is what I thought. But when I saw it, I was like mind blown. And then massive respects to you in regards to
Yeah,
that.
like
And
that. My biggest kind of question is, if someone like me can do this so much, because I know, personally, I know, like, so you are in the topic, like, I know you used to play cricket.
right,
You were active, you are talented, you are an outspoken person. A lot of time, kind of, we tend to go with the crowd around us, leaving the
right,
old habits. But my still, that's my biggest mission. If I can do, because I slowly started understanding the power of mind, the power of habit, you
right,
know for anybody who is, my recommendation is, of course, find a person, anytime feel free to reach out to me. I
Right.
would love to guide you in any way. But one thing can help is reading a book called Compound Effect.
Okay.
That book kinds of tells you the science behind habits. Because, like, tell me what you do today, I will tell you how you are, 5 years from now. Because
Right.
it's always a result of habit. And to learn about food, I would say How Not to Die. That's a very good book, which kinds of gives you insights about everything around us, the food we eat. No matter what you believe it or not, you're exactly what you eat.
Right.
So these two books kinds of helps you to take some positive decisions and a goal and a team. you know Feel free to join. It's One Energy Together, anybody can be part of it. Just, I don't want you to be one more WhatsApp group where you hate seeing a message, but you don't want to be part of it, and somehow somebody joined it, and
Right.
you can't leave it. I don't want
Right.
it like that. But if you're serious, feel free to join and
Right.
also have a goal. So all the best. I can't wait to run with you one day together.
For sure. It'll be an overwhelming experience for me, but I'll try to try to be as good as I can.
Yeah, no, see, it gives me, for me, it gives me happiness to run with. Today morning, I was running with my brother, right?
Right.
Whenever I run with anybody whom I kind of made them do it, it makes my day.
Right. Right. Yeah, I think you inspire a lot of people, Yashwant. So keep doing what you're doing.
Absolutely.
And we'll again have a session
For
um,
sure. Yeah,
of this
definitely.
talk later on, like after some time.
It was a great initiative, Navneet. Priya, you know that she's your junior. She knows
I
you
know, I
very
know. She's my direct junior. She was from
well.
IT, right? Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
from IT. I mean, you are a talented guy. She was telling to my brother, Navneet is this super talented green farm. That's a unique skill. He's talented. He's doing this great big thing. She was actually listening to that.
No, I just wanted to, like, we are sitting at home every day, so I wanted to bring out your story to other people, and I wanted to take an initiative. I'm having a lot of time on my hands, so I wanted to
Yeah,
kill time
definitely.
basically.
We can continue this, and of course would love to make you part of the One Energy together. Maybe we can sit one day. I can kind of keep you
Yeah,
interested, and would love to
amazing,
bigger events.
amazing, amazing, Yashwant. Cool, then I think I'll
Longer
stop
than
recording the call.
yeah, yeah.